As this sequence opens, we see that the Rifts have a new leader, and this man is going to place a bounty on the warriors' heads. Again here we can see the movie adopting conventions from the war film. The Rifts are lined up like soldiers who are preparing for battle. This is actor Edward Sewer playing the new leader of the Warriors. One of the aspects I like about his character is that he never takes his sunglasses off. He keeps them on the whole movie. This is one of the many touches that makes the Warriors so unique. One of the many nuances of the film is that in order to emphasize a character's voice, sometimes the filmmakers will hide their eyes and their face.
There must be some word. I want them all. I want all the warriors. I want them alive if possible, if not wasted. But I want them. Send the word.
This is actress Lig Thigpen, who plays the late-night DJ. This is how the movie is organizing the story. The DJ is the sort of Greek chorus of the story. Her scenes bookend the various chapters of the movie. Like the previous scene with the Rifts, the filmmakers choose to emphasize the voice of the character and give us a shot where you just see the DJ's mouth. The film was shot on location in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens. So what emerges is not simply a film set in New York, but a movie which becomes a map of the city itself. It's not a very accurate map. The image of New York that emerges is dark, decaying, empty, and subterranean. The Warriors is a very subterranean film. The characters are always hiding under bridges, hiding under boardwalks, hiding in darkness. And a full 28 minutes of this film's 100-minute running length is spent in the New York subway system. This location filming helps add to any sense of realism in the movie. Supposedly, in order to film in these locations, the filmmakers had to negotiate with actual gang members in order to film this movie on their turf. We're not just seeing gangs on patrol in this sequence, we're seeing the locations and the characters that the Warriors are going to have to face later on in the film. The film is foreshadowing the trials its heroes are going to face. So the filmmakers are taking these images of a decaying New York City and recasting them and turning the city into a mythic landscape.
Be looking good, warriors. All the way back to Coney. You hear me, babies? Good. Real good.
We should note the subterranean setting here. The sequence takes place underneath a bridge.
Come on, what kind of chicken shit crap is this?
Yeah, come on, man. We here. What are we waiting for?
A train would help. Unless you want to go up there and get japped on an open platform.
Bullshit, man. There ain't nobody on the street.
He's right.
If we return to the Odyssey of Homer, this sequence is structured similarly to the section in which Odysseus' crew is trapped between two monsters, one named Scylla and the other Charybdis. Scylla is a hydra, a multi-headed monster who is attached to a cliff face, while Charybdis is a carnivorous creature that takes the form of a giant whirlpool and swallows part of Odysseus' crew whole. So here the warriors are in a similar predicament as Odysseus. They're trapped between the proverbial rock and a hard place.
I think they forgot about the truce.
No shit.
Those lousy skin-headed bucks.
That's our train. We gotta make it. Oh, Jesus Christ. You gonna go for it?
I don't know, maybe that bus could have moved faster if they didn't have so many guys on it. If these characters are in fact surrogates for the audience, then the viewer has just run for their lives, jumped the turnstile, and hopped onto a train illegally. So hopefully after this brief chase sequence, the audience is rooting for our heroes and feels like they are part of the game themselves.
Bunch of chicken shit. Those cats didn't look too chicken shit to me. Me either. Yeah, well, we made it. And in an hour, it is C.I., the big Cody. You gotta give me that fist, buddy. Yeah.
When we get there, that's when we made it.
Hey, no sweat, War Chief.
Hey, I'm from Coney Island!
Let's figure out how many stops to the Union Square. Hey, come on, man. That's not math for Red Red.
The visual structure of this film is clean and efficient without being unoriginal. Here we have a medium shot that is more of a chapter mark of sorts, where the leader of the Rifts stares at the camera and receives a wrap-up of what just occurred. Great lighting here, I think. Okay, now, New York fans of this movie have pointed out that if one train track gets set on fire, there are various other ways to get to Coney Island from the Bronx. But I am willing, and most people are willing, to suspend disbelief and say this is part of Walter Hill's mapping of New York City. That in this particular New York City, there's only a few ways to get back home. There's only a few paths that our heroes can take, and this path has been blocked, so now they're going to have to go on foot and face more trials.